Welcome back to the channel, where today we're exploring the beautiful city of Copenhagen, Denmark in the wintertime. While many may shy away from traveling to Scandinavia in the winter due to the cold temperatures, we're here to show you why this city is just as magical and charming in the winter months as it is in the summer. I was thrilled to be joined on this trip by my brother-in-law Casey as well, so let's get into it. Casey, what did you get?
Lumumba.
Lumumba, what's in it? Rum
sauce,
cream,
yeah.
cocoa beans.
It's coconuts.
What did you get?
Mulled wine.
Oh. Europe's winter markets are quite famous, with some of the most notable ones being in Sweden, Germany, and Austria. Copenhagen's isn't particularly large, but you want your markets to be cozy, right? We enjoyed milling about and sampling a number of the tasty treats on offer, and it's conveniently situated near the iconic views of the Nyhavn, which is how it's pronounced in Danish apparently, waterfront district. All in all, it was a great introduction to the city on our first night. The next day, Aaron and I hopped on some electric Lime bicycles for our own little impromptu bike tour of the city. Copenhagen is incredibly bike friendly, and between the dedicated lanes on the road and the nice pathways through their green spaces, it makes for a great experience and an unbeatable way to see the city.
I loved all the bicycles and how people just kind of leisurely rode them. It wasn't like, I don't know, it just worked. I'm kind of not a huge fan of bikes, especially in Minneapolis, but yeah, it was nice to see them working.
Our first stop was the Rosenborg Castle. Built in 1606 in Dutch Renaissance style, this castle no longer hosts actual royalty, but it does still hold the Dutch crown jewels and other Danish royal flair. Additionally, the King's Garden pictured here is the oldest royal garden in the country and hosts over 2.5 million visitors each year. Our next stop was one that we admittedly could have skipped, though my Danish ancestors may have been a little disappointed in me. The Little Mermaid statue celebrates the character from Danish author Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tale and was created in 1913. Well before the Disney film came out. The statue is small with a bit of an ugly backdrop, but it's not far out of the town and easy to get to if it's of interest to you. The rest of our bike tour was spent following the path back into the city center and stopping at anything that caught our eye, such as this little moss-covered church set next to the idyllic little pond with swans and ducks alike enjoying their weekend. We were lucky to stumble upon Queen Margrethe II of Denmark making her way out of her residence for whatever it is that the Queen of Denmark does on a Sunday. It's always fun to witness the pomp and circumstance that comes with royalty if you yourself don't hail from a country with that tradition. After wrapping up our bike tour, we met back up with Casey and proceeded to what was our most anticipated stop of the trip, Freetown Christiania. Christiania is officially known as a self-governing commune, and its residents claim it is a micronation within the country of Denmark. Beginning in 1971, at the site of an old military base, Christiania has evolved quite dramatically over the years. From serious drug and overdose issues in the 70s to control of parts of Christiania by biker gangs in the 80s, this sordid past began to lift somewhat in 1989 when the Danish parliament legalized Christiania. Since then, Christiania has still had a difficult relationship with the Danish government, as the main attraction for tourists coming into Christiania remained the existence of marijuana for sale within their green light district, or Pusher Street, which remains illegal in Denmark. However, what we witnessed during our time there was a fascinating community full of artistic expression, a full embrace of counterculture, and a complete rejection of hard drugs. As a traveler, you're sometimes hard-pressed to find a genuinely unique experience, but Christiania is certainly that. Since 2012, the residents of Christiania have been making formal payments to the Danish government for the land. The boys of Yes Theory made a great video about Christiania, going into much greater detail than I have, which you can watch by clicking this link. What do you two have to say for yourself? What did you think of Christiania?
We're not high.
What's Christiania?
No, it was cool. It was really cool.
Weed has gone straight to my brain.
It was an interesting mix of like established and very gritty at the same time, but then also like cute little stores.
Yeah, it was fine, but I think very contradictory in a lot of ways. I won't elaborate because I'm too high to articulate.
No one consumed
Watch part 2.
marijuana in this group, but they're acting real hard as if they did. Real hard asses over here.
People seem to be out enjoying themselves and drinking and, out on the streets doing their thing. There was this sort of live and let live vibe. The Danish are an exceptionally good-looking group of people.
After experiencing this spontaneous disco under the bridge, we decided to sample a more underground option. We found a great warehouse show featuring Spanish artist DJ Chus. After heading northwest to some old warehouses, we made our way inside.
Oh, the club. That was really cool, especially the journey to get there. It felt very like Berlin punk scene out of the early 90s. Gritty, I guess would be the word.
Thank you very much, as always, for watching this video all the way to the end. And if you enjoyed it, do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more travel content. We'll catch you in the next one.